The Ottawa Rouge et Noir are now a living, breathing football team. I refuse them to call them by that other name.
There has to be sacrifices, and each team has made those. I don't think any one of us went into this process wanting to lose any players, but with that being understood, we had to make decisions based on our roster heading into 2014.
3 of the living, breathing names on the Ottawa entry into the Canadian Football League, as the league goes back to 9 teams, are Edmonton Eskimos. And I'm not sure that there's a lot of panic in the streets about the picks, but there's a couple of eyebrow raisers. First of all, Carlton Mitchell. I'm sure 80% of the Eskimo fans have no recollection of actually watching this guy play. And that's because they didn't. He played 2 games, or dressed for 2 games. They were both on the road at the end of the season. Okay, in the second round, and this is the non-imports or Canadians, Ottawa picked up Alec Krosnick, who made a bit of a mark for himself last year, moving into the starting center position for much of the year. Young guy, a lot of upside. You have to leave somebody open, and I believe that Ottawa, after they came away from the second round, I made the remark, Ottawa now has a better offensive line than the Edmonton Eskimos.
Krosnick was one of those players that we kind of went back and forth on, and we talked about, and Chris Jones and myself and Paul, we talked for days about the protection list. But again, when we looked at that position, we felt that we had enough people in-house to snap the ball.
But the biggest surprise was probably that Justin Caprasati was available, the defensive lineman, in his second season, a draft 2 years ago. Defensive end. Eskimos left him off the protected list basically because of the depth they had there. Certainly a good young prospect, but they had to make a selection there, and that's who they picked.
Caprasati is a very good player. I mean, we were very pleased with his performance over the years. But again, looking at the grand scheme of our roster, I mean, we felt he was more of a special teams player, and we felt that we had depth at that spot.
For Sun News, I'm Terry Jones.